Deciduous azaleas first. And everybody probably knows all about them, so I'm not going to talk about specific ones that we have, but just what to look for when you're getting a deciduous azalea. And this is an azalea that's a honeysuckle azalea, and it's quote unquote a native azalea. And when people ask for a native azalea, this is the one they want. It's the one that doesn't have any leaves in the wintertime. Technically, some of these aren't really native. They're hybrids with something else. The ones that you see with the real big blooms and all, and the ones that Martin Vandergesen grows, the aromies, are technically not native, but a lot of people call them native, and they're crossed with a native. So they're, for all practical purposes, we'd just call them all deciduous or native. But when you're buying your native azaleas, I want you to look at this one, because this one is really impressive. I had to bring this one. All of those buds that are swollen like that are going to be flowers in about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And so that's what you want to look for on the plant when you're buying them. But don't be disappointed if yours doesn't look like this. You know, not all of them are going to have this. Some varieties have a lot more buds like this, and some are a little bit younger and they don't have as many, and they'll come along. But this is what we really try to stress with people at this sale, is this is a great time to buy them. We had a hard time finding enough plants here that look good, because this time of year, you know, it's right before they look good. And so you'd much rather have this ugly looking plant, the plant in your yard, and then when it blooms, it's going to be in your yard when it's blooming. But 90% of the public, when they're buying plants, they'll want that plant blooming, and then it's, you know, they plant in their yard, and 2 weeks later it's not blooming anymore. But it's amazing how hard a time we have selling these things without blooms on them. But I want you to look at them and see what we have here. And we've got one. We're not going to